So I am really excited to introduce you to Dr. Sveta Silverman, who is a former pediatric surgeon from the USSR and breast pathologist upon graduation from the U of A Medical School and residency. In 2004, after losing mother to multiple myeloma, Dr. Silverman started learning holistic medicine, nutritional dense foods, mind health, power of exercise, and essential supplementation. She is a teacher of proactive health and is on a mission to teach health and choices of health to thousands and thousands of people, from healthy life choices to healthy selves. So I'm really thrilled to welcome Sveta Silverman.
Thank you very much, Karen. It's very kind of you and very kind introduction. Thank you so much. It's an honor. It's an honor to be a part of this summit. I'm not sure I qualify, but it's an honor to be a part of the summit.
Sure, you qualify. I know that you really do want to move the needle of understanding around autism, neurodiversity, and many, many other areas of health. You look under the microscope at the cellular level, you can see a lot of things that I can't see and a lot of other people can't see. So I think it's important to that you do want to help people change their health and you want to help people understand what's going on with their health. So can you tell me what's important to you around, moving, helping people globally?
I'm so sorry. Please repeat the question because somebody was calling me. I just turned off my cell phone. So sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you tell me what is important to you about moving the needle of understanding in the world around autism, neurodiversity, and other health situations that I know you're concerned about because I know you're passionate?
Well, it doesn't really evolve only around ASD. However, it concerns me about ASD because, as you know, that the rate of ASD is not climbing slowly.
Right.
It's climbing up very, very sharply. So absolutely concerns me because what happened in the last 50 years, what happened in the last 100 years, I don't think that we have changed a lot in terms of our genetic makeup. Mm-hmm. But something turned in our life and the life around us for the rate of ASD to be exponentially and excruciatingly high. And my mission is not to line ASD entirely, but basically what does environment and everything brings and applies to our cells? Why what is called metabolome or cellular metabolism changed, and why is it applied to so many frequent conditions lately? Right. Because if I can explain it, if I can tie it up, if I can link it, then I can change it. And the changes will be the behavior changes and the changes that we can apply to our lifestyles.
That's beautifully said. Absolutely great. What is your biggest why for what you do?
To answer the question, why? To answer the question, why, so it makes sense to me, I need to answer the question, why the cells are not behaving properly. And when I can answer this question, why, then I can explain it, then I can teach. And when I can teach, we can change the world.
Nice, because you can see the cells. You could actually see.
That's correct. That's a whole thing, because I see abnormal cells. I see cancerous cells.
Yeah.
And that's why I learn from cancer to health. I want to learn the sequence, what happened. Mm-hmm. Why did they turn cancerous?
Oh, that's amazing.
Because everything per se, it's basically the same metabolic reactions. We're going to be, let's say, talking about ASD, we're going to be talking about neurodegeneration. Mm-hmm. Or neuroinflammation, or any degree of something, it's the same metabolic reactions that apply to every other organ. The pathways are there, the cytokines are there, what is called epigenetic or epigenome, what we apply to our genes, because we all understand that genes are the gun and the environment is the trigger.
Wow. How can we set up systems of success in partner relationships around the world globally?
How can we set up? First of all, I think it's the building the trust. To me, it's and applying the point of teaching or education or help from me to the person I try to help. I need, as I said before, I need to build that connection and the trust and believe. And then I need, with this per se, different organizations and stuff, depending. So let's say with the food supplies, let's talk about the types of food, the nutritional density, the biological effect on the cells. That's what applies to them. You know, this kind of an example. Let's say if I talk to to the sports people or sports professional or trainers or something like that, I need to bring health into workouts. And the same thing, whether I'm talking foods or workout or let's say yoga, to me, everything has to be explained through the cellular mechanism. And my connection with people is, I cannot talk to you in medical words. I cannot talk to you in that gibberish language. No, I need to talk to you in your ways, in your language. So that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But everything to me has to make sense.
Yeah, it's hard for the layman to understand a lot of things sometimes.
That's right. And we push. And the thing is, what happens now in our world, everything is so easy with, let's say, give me the pill. But what I would love to explain, what I try to teach is my body is my responsibility. And my body is my commitment. And that's it. And when I start to commit to these little changes, you don't need to go drastic, but changing a little bit at a time is starting me feeling better. Starting me feeling better is going to make me feeling happier and smilier. And when I'm happier and smilier, I resonate this to other people. So they listen and they want something that I have. And that's a connection. It's like, let's say if I do the business, I don't want to buy them because they come to listen to me and they think, what is she, and do I want to do what she does? What does it apply to my life? And that's the legacy. It's not about me, it's about them.
So I understand you have some slides you want to share with us.
Well, yes, I can. However, it's rather, now we're going to go into the complicated stuff.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. Let's break it down.
Okay.
So again, thank you for the opportunity. But why do I love talking different conditions, whether it's ASD or anything else? And it's not per se my specialty. I just love to learn about it and bring it into the cells, because I love to talk about our environment, our living. So let's say, look, and because I'm into cells and I like to teach how to clean the cells, and I call myself a mitochondriac because I love mitochondria, because mitochondria is an essence of our life. No mitochondria, no life, because mitochondria is literally my cellular powerhouse, so is yours, everybody else's. No power, no electricity, no life. But what do we do to our mitochondria? How can we boost it? And as you see, ASD, so we know the clinical signs, that's fine. But then we look at comorbidities, immune system deregulation, because it's connected. So again, immune system. So then we're touching into different infections. Mitochondrial dysfunction, what is an oxidative stress? And then we're talking gastrointestinal complications. So what are we doing? We're tying up our gut with our microgut, with our brain. And let's say, next slide, I would say, shows, well, basically it shows the same thing. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You know, everybody says, as I said, genes, genes, genes. But as I said, genes hold the gun. Environment pulls the trigger. And environment connects to that signals or epigenome that points and turns on our genes. So if I start working on the environment in multiple ways, then I will start tuning up, balancing, upregulating this epigenetic links that are going to point to some of the genes. But look at this.
Kind of tiny.
Okay, so that, you know, let's forget. Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to show. That's basically what I wanted to show. The prevalence of gastrointestinal complications in ASD ranges from 9 to 70%. And there is a very strong connection of gut-brain talk through gut dysregulation. Gut dysbiosis is dysregulation of our microgut. So that's basically kind of the messages I will stop sharing, because to be honest with you, that's kind of was my cheat sheet. Because when I came to this talk with you, obviously I did some of my homework.
Right.
Well, you know, as I said, I can explain very simple, but before I explain in simplicity, I need to understand the intricacies.
Well, no,
that drives me because it's about cells.
It's very, very important. And a lot of people that are in this, a lot of our audience are very familiar with the gut brain challenges around people on the autism spectrum and neurodiversity, and also the environmental challenges in this space. So I think it's not as complex as you know. Yeah, I think it's,
you know, we need to think about the toxicities around us, and the air we breathe, the heavy metals that are around us, what's in our water, what's in our cosmetic products, what is, let's say, the plastic bottles that we drink from, this kind of things, because everything what happens in ASD, there is that epigenetic vulnerability. And the least negative or adverse factors we apply to our gene epigenome, because again, we have, let's say, if we have some mutations, genetic mutations, nothing we can do. It's a genetic mutation, that's a gene.
Right.
But we can apply our epigenome. And considering that it is vulnerable in ASD, so then we need to start cleaning the stuff. So put more nutritious foods full of vitamins and minerals and stuff, and minimize the toxicities, like I said, let's say phthalates and methyl mercury, this kind of things, because we know heavy metals, arsenic. So we know that this is not good
Right.
in already vulnerable and, susceptible population. It may do nothing to absolutely normal epigenome, but when you're already vulnerable, it affects you. When it affects you, then here comes your, again, gut, microgut, brain, and it also affects your brain through neuroinflammation, neurodegeneration, because it malregulates your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
And we absolutely know that there is now brain immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to be honest with you, everything is in our existence, it's a balance.
Right.
In health, I came across the word metabolic balance, meta balance.
So how does one achieve this meta balance?
Well, now, obviously challenges. In ASD, there are a lot of challenges because there are food, sort of sensitivities or food preferences. It's very, very hard. So lots of tricks and stuff, but we will start. And, sometimes they have sleep problems and different patterns of sleep, obviously behavioral things. So we need to work with this, learning the tricks of the trade. How can we do things?
Mm-hmm.
How can we balance through this and juggle through these things? But we need to work the nutrition and, clean food, the less toxins or, herbicides, pesticides, all that stuff in the foods. The least toxins we have that goes in the body and outside the body is going to already make us cleaner
Mm-hmm.
and less vulnerable. So foods. Then, for example, obviously behavioral things. How can we practice some less of the electromagnetic field disturbances, like more outside, more of the real world, more of the walks, more of the forest, more of the water, as opposed to more of the computer and more of the something like that disturbs us because it also affects the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll start tuning the cells. So then we can start cleaning the cells. So I'm an avid NRF2 activator, and NRF2 is a master regulator of cellular health. It's a master regulator that takes charge of all detoxification pathways. So we need to take care of that NRF2 master regulator to take care of all detoxification pathways, because then it's going to help us with mitochondria. But we can also boost mitochondria through great mitochondrial foods that contains, let's say, alpha lipoic acid or coenzyme Q10 and quercetin. So green tea, different combination of actually grape seeds, resveratrol, this kind of things, great oils, fish oils, wild fish, olive oil, getting on the sun, vitamin D, fruits and vegetables full of vitamin C, green veg full of vitamin Bs, and we need Bs. One more term, we need Bs for methylation, which again is going to apply to our epigenome, food, mitochondria. But we also need to learn, if we want mitochondria, to eat less. We eat less, mitochondria functions better. Or we can, then we can, let's say, supplement, we can apply some things to boost our mitochondria. Of course, we need to boost our microgut. So here we need to think about different version of, let's say, fermented foods,
Okay.
like, sauerkraut and, let's say, kombucha or kefir, or very healthy yogurts without preservatives and additives and some additional sugar. And we need to take care of less sugar as possible and make everything as natural as close to natural. So that is going to take care of the microgut, and then different version of probiotics. And then on top of it, I am a huge proponent, because we're talking brain, I'm a huge proponent of fish oils. We need the very good quality wild fish derived fish oils. So actually very simple steps, very simple steps. We just need to start judiciously applying them.
And what about vitamins? Like,
Oh, absolutely. We need great quality vitamins. We need foods with vitamins. But of course, where we live in, our climate of Alberta and stuff, we absolutely need Bs, and we need Cs, and we need As, and we need Es, and most importantly, we need Ds. Absolutely. We just need to make sure that those vitamins come from the whole foods. They have great natural sources and very reputable sources.
How does somebody in the world find the best place to go to get what is typical to their area? Do you have any ways of doing that?
They go to World Autism Summit and your website and your email, and there are lots of people to help.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, like, is there a place in Asia? Is there a place in Africa or anything that you know of? You may not, it's okay, to go look for their type of groceries or their type of vitamins they have.
I think we can find great groceries and great vitamins and great things here anywhere you live. You just need a little bit of an education. You don't need to fly to Thailand.
Okay.
To get some, you don't need to go to China to get alohan fruit. You can find it here. However, you need to learn where to find them. Where are your to be honest with you, every grocery store, like Superstore, Save on Foods, Safeway, Sobeys, they carry good stuff. You just need to know where to look.
But what I'm saying, though, is if somebody lives in Asia or they live in Africa, where are they going?
Lucky them. You just go to the bush and go for it.
You have got the cutest sense of humor.
You go live with the tribe, and your microbiome diversity is going to be through the roof. It's funny. Some of the researchers, they went to Africa, and they did their microbiome test before, and they spent a couple weeks out in the wild, with the tribe. And the microbiome diversity went absolutely skyrocketing normal, like exactly what it's supposed to be. And then they went back home. It came back.
And then it went off the charts, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So what other words of wisdom can you give to this wonderful audience we have here, Sveta? You have lots, I know.
Listen, believe in yourself. Believe in the kindness. Live kind. Live kind and commit to your health. Be in charge of your life. You are in charge. Not the doctor. We're consultants. Very, very well educated consultants. But it's my body, my responsibility, my commitment.
And what I see with you is you see things at the cellular level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I see the cells and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other words that you want to share with our audience?
Just grateful, and just learning so much. In the last few years, I have acquainted families and kids And not, I haven't seen too many adults, more like teenagers and stuff with ASD, learning so much, and so blessed to help. So blessed to help because I see results.
That's good. That is so good. Okay, and so how can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with you, and you will help them to get in touch with me through the emails.
Okay, so we have health@autismtoday.com. They can get in touch with our organization, and we'll put them in touch with you, Sveta.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for being a part of the World Autism Summit, and we think you're awesome.
Thank you for the honor. Thank you. Much love.
Much love. Okay, bye.